Hello to all the beautiful mothers on Unimo, Universe of Moms. A very good afternoon. I hope I'm live. Give me some likes and comments so that I know I'm live because today's live is going to be very, very special. Okay, so I'm just waiting for you all to join in, send some comments and some likes to me so that I'm aware that I'm live and you all can hear me, see me as well. So yes, I can see a lot of people watching us. Hello, everybody. I'm Neha Karekanabar, the founder of Unimo, Universe of Moms. And today's live is going to be very, very special because it's on my favorite topic. Early marriage, early babies, and our career. I think all the mothers out there in this group have this dilemma at some point of the other in their lifetime. I am a mother of twin boys. I have had this kind of a dilemma because I was a career woman all my life. But there were a lot of myths, a lot of questions, a lot of dilemmas around, my time when I was conceiving, and there were no experts to talk about it. But today, fortunately, we have someone with us who will be able to answer all the questions around early marriage, early pregnancy, and also career planning. And how exactly can we balance all three important agendas in a mother's life, especially when you're planning your first baby or either your second one. Okay, so today I have someone with me who's quite reputed. I think जब मैं आपको उनका चेहरा दिखाऊंगी, you will know who he is. Okay, so I'm just presenting to you right away without wasting any time, Sudeshna Roy, ma'am. Hello, Sudeshna, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Neha, and thank you for having me in this program. And of course, all the mums. I was a mum, a working mum. My daughter-in-law is a working mum. My sister was a working mom. My mother was a working mom. Maybe she didn't go to office, but she worked at home and worked very hard.
Wow, it's a pleasure to have you, Sudeshna ma'am, here. And though it's like Suraj ko diya dikhana, but I will still read your beautiful profile. Sudeshna Roy is an Indian film director. She's an actor. She's a writer based in Tollywood. She started her career as an entertainment journalist before collaborating with the director Abhijit Guha and foraying into, I'm sorry, okay, I think I pronounced it wrong. Abhijit Guha and foraying into the film industry. She's a popular artist in the Bangla entertainment industry. All our Kolkata moms, I'm sure you all know her very, very well. Besides directing films, she acted in several films, daily soaps, and also web series. The duo debuted with their first film, Shuddhu to Me. That I think I've pronounced it right. And then they made several films in various genres. The film Sraboner Dhara is a part of Asian Select Competition Section KIFF 2019, Kolkata. Wow. And it was showcased in Toronto also at the IFF SA Fest in May 2019. She's associated with Suvidha, the brand which is presenting the life today since very, very long time. She's also the editor of Suvidha magazine. Sudeshna ma'am is associated with different activities for women empowerment along with Suvidha. She's also associated with West Bengal Commission for the Protection of Child Rights. It's an honor to have you with us, ma'am. Thank you for taking our time to be with us.
Thank you, Neha. It sounds really nice when you read it out.
I think it's very impressive, and I think it's like we all want to have a coveted career like you. Next, I have with me someone who's I'm inspired with, Rabia ma'am with me, who's a senior brand manager with Suvidha and a lady behind Suvidha, working with Suvidha for more than 20 years and really a power force who knows all the myths, all the questions, all the FAQs around Suvidha. So she'll be our go-to girl when it comes to asking all the questions. Rabia ma'am, a hearty welcome to you as well.
Thank you. Hello Neha and hello everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so guys, we'll start with our question answers to Sudeshna ma'am and Rabia ma'am. In between, if you have any questions, any comments, any queries, feel free to post it in the comments. I'll try to take as many questions as possible. Let me start the first question. Sudeshna ma'am, you are a working woman. You have balanced your life so beautifully. We just read about your career and it's so impressive. A lot of mothers who are getting inspired by you today want to know, is there something called a work-life balance? And if yes, how to do it?
Of course, there is a work-life balance. Like you have money management, you have to have life management as well. And it's not just a working woman who has to balance. Even a mom who is at home, I would say a homemaker, she's also working 24 hours. And for her, time management is very important, because it's not just having the baby and looking after the baby. She has to look after the home, because she's the manager of the home. And today's homemakers have to do everything from going out shopping to doing the bank work, doing all the accounts at home. And they are very good at accounts, most of them. And it is also their studies, dropping their sometimes drivers to their whole family. Then they go and drop the children. They are the tuition teachers. They should be also taken on a salary basis. We do it only for love, but they do a lot of work and they save a lot of money. If we had done years back, I used to be with a magazine called Shanunda, where we had done a kind of breakdown, and we found that the homemaker was actually doing work which saved more money than a husband's salary.
Wow, wow, wow.
So that's why I think all women need to balance their lives and decide whether they're working outside or whether they're working at home. They are always working, and a homemaker works 365 days, 24/7.
Okay, that's a beautiful answer, and I'm sure all the people who are watching us right now must be impressed by this answer, because there are a lot of housewives in universe of moms जिनसे जब भी हम पूछते हैं आप क्या करते हो, वो बोलते हैं हम सिर्फ एक housewife हैं. I think this word "सिर्फ" has been taken out by Sudeshna ma'am today, and we want to tell you together that you're equally valued, even if you're working at home or you're working outside. Sudeshna ma'am, my next question to you is, around careers being a priority for today's, generation. I think today women are more educated than past time. They're more aware, they're more ambitious. But at the same time, they also want to get married, plan their kids. What is your, go-to mantra for them? Because at times they don't want to do an early marriage. And then if you, do a delayed or a late marriage, you have problems in conceiving. So what's your advice there, ma'am?
See, what is an early marriage? Since I'm with the Commission for Protection of Child Rights, what I want to say and be specific about is no marriage. No marriage should be done before 18. And even because even your body is not ready. A woman's body and mind is not ready before 18. So just because its legal age is 18 doesn't mean that the moment you get 18, yeah, chalo, let's get married. No, at least give yourself some time. Try and see what you want to do. Even if you're going to be a homemaker, you have to know how to make the home, how to balance, how to be a diplomat. So I would say, please, if you get married at 2021, get married, wait for, if you're working also, wait. But every woman has the right, whether working or homemaker, to definitely earn, because economic independence is very, very important for every single woman. Like I said, even the homemaker, I think, should be paid, because she is a homemaker who's saving enormous amount of money. She should have her savings, not just in love. Love is there, but sometimes you need certain amount of savings. For this, I might be castigated by people, but it is the truth. The other thing that I want to tell you is, wait. If the first baby you could have, if you think, if you've been married at 2021, have the baby by 25 if you want. And then have the second one, I would say, grade it out. Give it at least a 5-year break. And more than 2, no. Whether you have a son or a daughter, they're equally important, and they're equally effective. Please do not think that your children are going to look after you when you are old. Nobody, you are born alone. If they look after, don't make it their duty, and don't keep telling them that this is what you have to do. No, we are having our children because we want to. And every woman has the right, just as every man has, to have a career, have a family, have a home, everything. So therefore, please Please never feel that just because you have a career, you don't have the right or the time to get married. And if you get married, like I will give you an example. My son and my daughter-in-law, they got married about 2 years back. My son was then 27 plus, and my daughter-in-law was also 27 plus. So I was told by my friends, why is your son getting married so early? So I said, see, think of his wife also. You wouldn't say that she's getting married early. This is just a mental problem. She got married at 27, which people think, even if she got married, I got married at 29. I had my first and only baby at 31, and he grew up along with me. On the 7th day after I had the baby, I had a cesarean section, and I went to work. On the 7th day, I would come back home, feed him, and go back to work. And I'm still there, happy. I think as long as you live, if you mentally you're strong, you can do everything.
That's such a beautiful answer. I'm sure a lot of mothers are getting inspired by this answer. And ma'am, Nikita is asking me a question related to what you just spoke. She's saying, recently I've seen a lot of working mothers plan a second baby at the age gap of 10 to 13 years, the gap between the first and the second baby. Is it a good decision, ma'am?
Why not? Then the first baby is grown up, or first child has grown up, is already on its way into life. He or she would be 12 or 13, and then it would also help. Why? Because when the new baby comes, the older baby could help out also. And the other thing is, let me give you an example. My grandmother's mother had 14 children. My grandmother was the second one. Okay, she got married when she was 14, and my mother was born 2 years later. My grandmother's mother has 3 children who are younger than my mother.
Oh my God, I know. I've seen.
Are you questioning now whether it's a good decision or not? Your daughters were married, your daughters were having children, and you were still having children. So what's wrong?
Yeah,
But
I think if we look back to our lineage and the pedigree, we have seen these kind of examples, Sudeshna ma'am. And you're right that, somewhere in this modern generation age, we've forgotten about those things. And we are like getting too judgmental with our decisions and, people who are. So I think it's a beautiful answer. I also want to know one more thing from you, Sudeshna ma'am, before I ask Rabia ma'am something. A lot of people say, that if you are a parent, when you take a delayed decision in conceiving your first child, you can become a better parent because you've seen the better world. You've also got enough savings. What's your call on those, people? Because that's the case we are seeing in our community. There are mothers who are in the age group of 35 plus, 40 plus, and they're conceiving the first child that time, because they feel their careers are more settled. Yeah, their life is sorted. They know how to take care of the baby better. What's your advice there, ma'am?
I'm all for it. I had my baby at 31, which was considered pretty late also. And people thought that, it was, but I was already in my career at a point where I could take off. I could work from home. I had people who would work for me. I had enough money to have support systems at home. I think it's a very good decision. So what happens is, one of the things that my mother laughs about, she's left us today, but she used to always say, the later you get to have your baby, there are 2 things. One positive point is that you remain at least young for a long time, because when you take your little baby to the school, then you see other young mothers and you feel young. And the second is that the older you get, your energy levels go down. So in that case, being with the baby, running around with the baby becomes a little difficult, just as you are mature. So I would suggest that try and have the baby before you're 40. Okay, but like my friend, another friend, my colleague, my co-director, Abhijit Guha, he had got married pretty late, and his wife had their only baby at the age of 45. And she is very happy. The baby is really nice. And the baby is a happy child who has 2 grandmothers, 2 parents, and a huge extended family. So I think there is nothing wrong in that decision. It's all in the mind. If you decide that you can have it, you can have it.
Ma'am, that was a very, very beautiful answer. But at the same time, I would say that there are dilemmas around, a women's life. Like, for example, when you get married, a lot of your relatives, your parents, your in-laws start asking you to conceive, a child. And there are a lot of pressures coming on these women. Even if they are the CEOs and CFOs of their organization, they succumb to this kind of pressure. Now here, basically what happens is the only reason which is, a valid reason or very deeply conditioned is aapka body clock, which will stop ticking, and, you'll have a lot of problems. And at the same time, when they are not conceiving and they're married, they have a lot of problems in understanding the ways they can, stop unwanted pregnancy. When they don't want to conceive, they don't want to get into this kind of confusion, because a lot of my friends today share their experience कि यार हम लोग plan नहीं कर रहे थे, but suddenly, it happened, and then we never wanted to go for abortion, and then we conceived a child. So accidentally a lot of people are getting pregnant now because they take a lot of time. What's your advice there? Like, how can we manage our career and family together? In fact, Rabia ma'am, you can also pitch in when Sudeshna ma'am answers this. What are short ways of preventing pregnancy, and also making ways of your career work with your pregnancy cycle?
I will start off and then I will hand over to Rabia to carry on, because I will have to leave in another 5 minutes. But I just want to tell you that what you said about the body clock is what my mother used to say. It's true. So that's why I would suggest that try and have the baby before you're 40, because that will really help. And I know an umpteen number of women who have had babies late in life. They've been remarried and they've had babies and looked after them and been very, very successful in bringing up those children. Now, what I want to say about sure shot, one of the sure shot ways is, of course, OCP, oral contraceptive pill. The OCP, and it is also when you want to give up and you want to have a baby, then you just give it up for 2 months or within a month, and if you try, you will conceive. There is really 99%. Now that 1.1% is always there in everything. When you talk about a hand wash, you always say 99% germs killed. So 99% cases, OCP is the best way to keep yourself from unwanted motherhood. But because the baby should always be wanted, not because somebody else has told you, not because somebody else is forcing you or asking you. This is part of life, and it will carry on for another 20 years. When we grow older and these new mothers grow older, this whole dilemma will go, because they have already worked it out. But till now, you'll have to, and that will take time. But please remember that the OCP, and a lot of doctors keep prescribing OCP for a lot of things, including the periodic cycle, menstrual cycle also. That also the OCP helps out. And also I have this very young assistant of mine, and I saw her taking OCP pills. So I said, oh, you're really very independent. She said, no, this OCP pill has been given to me because I had some hormonal problems and I was told to take the OCP pills. So there are lots of positives of the OCP. And now I would like Rabia to carry on. And can I take your leave, please, today? Because I have a prior engagement. And for that, there is a lot of security hassles and I'll have to move off.
Of course, ma'am, and you have given us a lot of beautiful insights through your answers, and it was a pleasure to have you here. In fact, one takeaway from your answers is what I want to share with mothers is, you very rightly said that आप जब plan करना चाहते हो तब baby plan करो, and I think OCP also gives you that power to have your pregnancy under your control, in your hands. That is what today's women are supposed to do, taking control of their own life. Yes.
The independence. We are independent women. We have a mind of our own. Okay. Thank you to all ladies.
Thank you so much. I think it's a pleasure to have you here, and all our mothers will be very excited to have you.
I'll be there again if you want me to, and I really enjoyed communicating.
It'll be
You
it'll
were
be our
a fantastic
honor.
anchor. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So